Super Mario Bros. Wonder just released for the Nintendo Switch, and I've already played through the entire game, so I wanted to make a really quick video about some pros and cons about whether or not you should or shouldn't buy the game, with no spoilers of course. Now you may disagree with me about some of these pros and cons, but this is just my opinion to let you guys know what I think of the game, to give you a bit of an idea about whether or not you should purchase it. So let's start off with the cons. Number 1. It's a fairly short game. If you're looking to sink tens of hours or even hundreds of hours into the next intense gaming experience, this game might not necessarily be for you. While it's a really fun game, I managed to finish it in only 2 sessions of playing, about 5 hours each. And you can easily play in that amount of time, and maybe a few hours more to 100% the entire game. Now that brings me very swiftly into my first pro as well. It's not a huge time sink. And what I mean by that is if you're looking for a game that you can just casually pick up here and there without needing to invest a lot of time into a deep story or long levels, then this game could be a perfect fit for you. All of the worlds in this game are split up into much smaller segments that you can tackle one at a time, and you can easily pick up where you left off and put the game down at a moment's notice. Con number 2. The game is fully priced. Now this might be somewhat obvious because it is a brand new game and it's not a sequel or a spin-off of any kind, but for a lot of people for a slightly shorter game, it might be worth looking into other games that have a lot more content to offer. For example, if you haven't played something like Super Mario Odyssey, in Australia those 2 games cost the same amount at the moment, and that game will give you quite a lot more for your buck than this game would otherwise. Pro number 2, the movement in this game feels amazing, especially compared to some of the more recent 2D Mario games. One thing in particular is the momentum-based movement, and what I mean by this is that you can build up speed in this game and then keep running around to maintain your momentum, much like you could in Super Mario Bros. 3. And this makes the game feel buttery smooth when you can jump and power through the entire level. Con number 3, the game isn't very hard, and I understand that this might not be a con for everybody sitting at home listening to this video, but for some of you might resonate with this. The game doesn't feel overly challenging, and while that may be good because it's very accessible, especially for younger kids who are interested in getting into 2D Mario games, for a more seasoned veteran of platformers or Mario games in general, this is definitely one of the easier ones to power through and get into. That being said, there are still a few hard levels, but they are few and far between. And finally, pro number 3, this is probably one of the best 2D Mario games to come out in a long time. If you've been looking forward to another 2D Mario game, this is definitely one that you should pick up. And honestly, for this video, it was hard to come up with even 3 cons for the game. There is a lot to love, and clearly Nintendo put a lot of effort into the game. You can see from the design of the levels and the voice acting and everything that's a lot of quality, a lot of heart, and a lot of charm that this game has to offer. So I would really recommend it. If it looks even remotely interesting to you, you should definitely go pick it up. Let me know in the comments if you're thinking about buying the game, or if you've already bought it. Let me know what you think of the game so far. I know it's only been about a day and a half in Australian time that the game has been out and less elsewhere, but please do tell. I've been enjoying it a lot and I'm curious to see what other people think. If you want to catch more of my videos in the future, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and I will be back with another video pretty soon. Lots of love. Ciao for now.